Hello, everyone. I'm going to be looking that way because I'm live on Instagram, but I wanted to have it recorded as well here on YouTube. And if everyone jumps in on here, just that you know that I'm going to be looking that way. So now I'm going to say hello to the Instagram world. Hello, family. How are you today? Hello, Sage of Stones. Hello, Noma Didi. Welcome. I'm gonna wait a little bit until more people hop on. This is going to be like an introduction before I'm going to invite as well another sister on that wrote me that she had a similar experience to my post on Threads. Hello, sweetie. And I feel that many of us are right now in a moment where we need to be start to sharing our experiences in this twin flame journey, in this divine union journey, because not many of us have been talking about it. So I certainly have not talked about it yet. So this is my first time speaking about it publicly, and I'm a little bit nervous. So bear with me because all of this is very new to me, and to share this very vulnerable stories and, to be honest, a little bit crazy stories is new to me. But I'm all in. I know that I have to share it now because it will help many others. So I'm gonna check just if this is working here. Yes, it's working. Okay. I'm going to land in this space and welcome everyone who's online. Hello, Rin. Hello, sister. So I'm just gonna start. Before I invite you in, I'm going to start with sharing a little bit of my story. And for that, I wanted to be in my energy. I hope that you understand. And when I'm done, I would love to have you on, and then we can start our exchange and our discussion. But yeah, I'm just going to give you my viewpoint on twin flames, twin rays, sacred union. And I want to start by saying that this is only my experience and my point of view of all of it. It is very, very important for you to be discerning, to take what resonates and leave the rest, and just be aware that everything that you believe to be true will be played out in your reality. Your reality, your perceived reality, the hologram will confirm and mirror you back what you believe to be true. Hello, sweetie. I love you. So this is why it's so important to take everything with a how do you say it, grain of salt, and to discern and to decide for yourself. I am speaking about my experience and what I believe at this moment to be true. Can it change tomorrow? Yes, because I'm evolving every day, I'm changing every day. But this is what I want to share for now, what I experienced. So I'm going to start with my twin flame journey. I didn't know anything about twin flames or anything in that direction. And I was actually in an ayahuasca retreat and talking to a friend. And we were talking about love at first sight. And I was telling her, I told her, I said, I don't believe in love at first sight. I don't think that does even exists. And the universe, I just love you, with this cosmic joke. Suddenly I feel like a presence behind me. I'm like, oh my God, like I've never felt something like this. And I turn around like that and I see a woman coming into the room, and suddenly like my whole heart exploded like this. and I started crying like a baby. And I fell in love at first sight. Just after saying that I don't believe in love at first sight, right? And she was like a magnet to me. And I was not really, I'm not a lesbian, so I didn't, never planned on being with a woman or whatever. It's just, yeah, love is love, right? So she was like a magnet, and she was everything that I have ever dreamed of. If I would ever been with a woman, she was like perfect. She was a dentist. She was like a little bit masculine, and she was amazing. And when I touched her, when I said hello to her and gave her two kisses, when I gave her the two kisses, I swear I exploded and became the whole universe. So, long story short, after some time running and chasing, and she had a girlfriend. Um, we got together and we were together 4 years. It was the typical twin flame relationship. Very difficult. We were mirrors. We had almost the same life. We had so many things in common. When we went outside on the street, everyone like stopped. Literally, when we were together, people used to stop on the street and like just be completely like, oh my God, like in shock, asking us if we are twins. Every time we went out on the street, everyone was asking us if we are twins. And yeah, it was a very difficult relationship, like every twin flame relationship, where you have most of the time one empath and one narcissist, or you switch these positions during your relationship to be evolving. After a time, I was realizing that I needed to like cut this, and I needed to go because I was really not happy. I loved her to bits, but I couldn't. I knew that I had a mission to do, and I couldn't do it with her. She was not supporting me at all. She was saying that I'm all my light language and everything that I was doing that I love to do. It was she put it down, and I was getting sick, and I was getting really really sad, and it was unbearable for me. I was really becoming like literally my body was becoming sick, and I was depressed because she wouldn't allow me to be myself and accept me for who I am. So which is what I was doing with myself. Yeah, I'm not blaming anyone here, because twin flame is for you to be able to see your mirror. But after we split it, I had a very suddenly I was starting to become all of my life force back. And I'm gonna really go short into this story, but I had a moment after the split where I was on my couch in my living room, where suddenly I was in a difficult situation, and suddenly with another guy, and suddenly it was as if she was inside of me, like she appeared inside of me and kicked him out. And then after this moment, it was as if our souls have merged inside of me. My two brain parts merged inside of me. I knew everything about her. I knew what she was thinking. We could like, I was talking with her, but it's not really talking, because it was simply we were together, like we became one. And it was as if she would be my right part of the body, and I was the left part of the body. And we were both very surprised that this happened. So this union happened, and the message was then suddenly this third voice came in, um, and I felt as if we would be like a pyramid. Yeah, I cannot. I'm trying to put human words to it, but it's difficult for me to put human words to it. But I'm gonna try. Hello, YouTube. Oh, I'm a little bit nervous because it may sound really really crazy what I'm about to say. Okay. So after this happened, this third voice, which was in my heart space, told me that we had a mission, and that as this mission was not able to be continued with this situation that we were in, it needed to be continued with in another body. And we basically, my soul flew out of my body, and I saw how we both went into the body of a guy, and the message was clear, like, this is the guy, the next guy that you need to be like coming into union now, like into, not into union, like just continue the mission with that body. And I was like, okay. I thought I was going crazy at that time, but this happened, and then the next day, I saw where he was. Yeah, it was like a beach not far away from me. So next day, this was all not physical. Yeah, it was all flying and stuff. Next day, I go to the beach. I'm on the beach where this guy supposedly is. It was in my vision, and suddenly, I kid you not, I swear, this huge, like, I've never seen something like that. A huge dog, which looked like a white wolf, comes to me and is like pushing me all the time, like from the side. And I know now that he was talking to me, that it was him, and he was like, "Come, follow me, follow me, follow me." And I was like resisting, and then he was like pushing me into direction. And when I look into the direction that he's pushing me, I see the guy from the vision that I had sitting on my couch. And I'm like, what? Oh my God, this is real. This is really happening. So I'm not going to continue the story, but well, went to the guy, and I didn't know what to say, but I just told him the truth. I said, "Listen, this is what happened. You might maybe think that I'm crazy, but this is what happened, and I don't know what to do from here." And he said, "Okay, I know. Let's go. I'm going to show you where I live." I was like, "Wow." So, long story short, we did the mission that we had to do together, and when the mission was finished, I continued on. What I wanted to share is my perspective on twin flames, twin rays, and sacred union is, here it comes. This is something that not many people believe, but this is my experience, that everyone that you are involved with is your twin flame. Even the karmics is your twin flame on a specific consciousness level, on a specific timeline. We are constantly traveling in time and changing timelines. And for imagine it, everything is you, right? You're changing timelines and solving things with specific timelines with specific twin flame, with that specific twin flame, for some things to happen in the future. So you're changing the past to be for certain things to be happening in the future. So my experience is that everyone that you are romantically involved with is your twin flame on a certain consciousness level in a specific timeline, until, and that there are specific key points of meeting to your twin flame in a specific body that will trigger very, very strong awakenings for both. And that when you manage to get to a certain level of purification, which is self-love and self-respect as a divine feminine, which is the one that leads this whole thing, and mostly the more aware and more awake one, when you reach a certain specific amount of taking accountability for yourself, when you reach a certain amount of self-love, when you reach a certain amount of self-respect, this is when you find again this sacred masculine that is inside of you. So twin flame for me is the first level. Then when you have reached a certain frequency and a certain level of awakening, you connect with your oversoul. So you connect with the frequency on an avatar level of yourself. And this is when the twin ray union comes in, which is a avatar union on a much higher level, which are the ones that, in my opinion, are the ones that have a more cosmic, universal mission that needs to be fulfilled. And this is where I am at right now, which is, I like to call it as well, sacred union. Yeah, because it's not this twin flame thing anymore, because both are awake, both are aware, and both have had this inner union inside, this inner marriage inside. So if you have not had with you, with yourself, this meeting of your inner divine masculine or your inner divine feminine, and if you have experienced that, you know what I'm talking about, it is literally, I don't know how to put it in words. It is, I can feel him right now. Like it's like, I don't know if you can feel it. It's this inner union, this inner marriage, this inner coming into unconditional love for yourself and respect for yourself. And this is something that is missing a lot in the spiritual community, where it's like all about awakening the divine feminine. Yes, it's very good that you awaken the divine feminine, but it's also very, very important when you awaken your divine feminine and you step into your magic and you step into, yeah, the kundalini is what you feel. Yeah, exactly. When both snakes start to awaken and start to like, and this dance starts to happen in you. Yeah. And both frequencies, both energies are in harmony in you. There's no distortion anymore. Hello to everyone, by the way. Hello, beautiful. I love you all. Thank you for being here. So what I was saying, and also thank you, hello to YouTube. Thank you to everyone listening. I'm sorry I'm not I'm not watching you. I hope you understand, but you can listen. So what is not being talked enough about is that it is so important when you start to step into your magic and into the magnetism and into the being, into a new form of being, which is just simply being. And for me, it was very hard after all of my life being very much in my life, very much in my masculine, doing, having to do everything alone, and coming from a family of women. And this was really implemented in my DNA, that were the strong women that could do everything alone, that could handle everything alone, that don't needed anyone, that were super smart, that were like go-getters. So to break this and to step into being and allowing the universe, God, Goddess, to cater to me, magnetize everything to me, going to the flow, allowing and opening up to receive. This was so hard for me. But when and I'm still in the process, but I think that I have embodied it, because I have put myself, the crown on my head. I have put it on myself. And this is where I feel this is the crowning of yourself, when you can reach and call in your king is when you crown yourself as the queen that you are, because um, you have the respect and the self-worth and the self-love, and the self-forgiveness of yourself, that you are deserving of your dream life, of building your queendom. Your queendom or your kingdom is dome, is that you are responsible of this hologram, that you take accountability for your own life, for everything that happens outside of you. There's nothing outside of you that is doing anything to you. Everything is happening for you. And if there's something there that you don't like, then it is up to you to change it inside. So what belief do you hold that this is still in your reality? What wound is there that this is still in your reality? And this is where the work with the divine inner masculine comes in. Because when you allow yourself to be vulnerable with yourself and to be curious about everything that happens, and when something triggers you, to sit with yourself and ask, okay, so why is this happening and what can I do to change? What belief system do I have to change? And this is what the masculine can hold space for you inside and say, hey, baby, I'm here for you. You're allowed to cry. You're allowed to shout. You're allowed to let out that dark feminine as well, this rage. And awakening is nothing else to become aware of what you have allowed to happen in your life. And when you start seeing that, how bad you have treated yourself, and that nobody is guilty but you, that you, and not that you allowed everything, all of that in, this is awakening to say, oh my God, I allowed that to happen to myself in my reality. And then this is when the masculine starts to hold space for you, and all of this can start to purify, and you become more and more pure, more and more magnetic, and more magical. And then everything starts to manifest really, really fast in your life. But if this union doesn't happen inside of you, and you are trying to manifest your twin, then you will attract karmic twin flames, karmic relationships into your field that will mirror you back, so that you learn to love yourself. Yeah. So there's so much that I want to talk about. But I think I'm going to be inviting in my sister now, and I'm want to hear your story, your viewpoint. Yes, victim mentality abruptly halts any and all spiritual growth and process. Well, it doesn't halt it, because we're always changing and we're always evolving. So there is also a space in being a victim. Yeah, there's also a time for being a victim. It's about the evolution. It's about forgiving yourself, and seeing that clearly, because if you have never been a victim, then you will never know how it feels not to be a victim. So everything is fine. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong about having had all of these experiences. Nothing is wrong, and nothing holds you. But it does, the belief systems, if you don't go out of that loop of trying to find somebody that is accountable outside of you, it will maintain you in the same timeline, so to say. And what we want now is to come and jump into the highest timeline. So the many of us are now in a moment where our divine masculine, or who we consider or believe of to be our divine masculine, is in a lower timeline or in a lower consciousness level as us. or is maybe ignoring us or not giving us the attention that we want. And here is what I wanted to say to you. So everything that happens in your life is you believe it to be like that. Yeah. You can change it from the inside out. First of all, if you have the belief that there is only one twin flame, then you, in my opinion, you are very closing yourself for many opportunities down. You're closing it down because we're living in a hologram. Everything is possible. There's infinite possibilities. What you believe you can create. Yeah. So I choose to believe that there's more possibilities to find somebody that you can have a sacred union with, where you can build your queen and kingdom with, where you can fulfill your mission with. Yeah. But I also know that there is right now one person in the field that has this soul blueprint, the same soul blueprint as me. But I also received 2 days ago or 3 days ago the information that if he doesn't step up in time, because I'm evolving so fast, that if he doesn't step up in time, which is also mirroring a little bit where I was, and this was only 2 days ago, but now my understanding shifted, and I understood that it is me, that what I believe to be true is true. So I needed to step up the game and take accountability and see where I was still chasing or accepting breadcrumbs, or not putting myself in the worth that I deserve, not loving myself and valuing myself enough, that I was still focused on that person, when in reality what I needed to do is say, okay, shh, awake, 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 you're a queen. Is that the way you want to be treated? Is that really the way? Is that the twin that you want to have by your side that doesn't even reply to a message? Oh my god, no. And this is where I had the awakening, just after writing the message. So I'm taking accountability and saying that we are changing and evolving so fast right now, and me too, that what I believed maybe yesterday to be true, maybe today is not anymore. So I chose at that moment to say, no, I do not want that in my reality. I do not want that. And then something really crazy happened. Like, my heart was hurting so much, because it's the attachment of that you have. Oh, I wanted it to be that this is my twin, this is my twin. Yes, it is your twin. It is your twin, but he's not stepping up. And then my heart bursted open, it cracked open. And this is where I felt my inner masculine saying, yes, baby, you just jump timelines. And I felt my frequency shift. Woohoo! And I don't have a heartbreak or anything, because I'm on another timeline. And I know that now the person that is going to come into my field is him. It's his consciousness. It's his consciousness blueprint, because he is me, only in a different body. Maybe even better looking. For sure, better looking, because that's what I create. Well, fucking shell. Like, even better looking. So this is what I mean with changing bodies. So it's not that his whole character and everything comes into a body. No, it's his consciousness blueprint, because that's what we are. We are consciousness, like mother, father consciousness in a dance, having a human experience in another timeline. So in a higher timeline, where we can now meet in a different body. Yeah, this is what I mean by changing bodies. You change timeline and you meet this person again in this new timeline. Okay. And why do I believe that everyone is your twin flame? Because if you look at everything from a absolute perspective, then we are all mother father consciousness trying to remember that we are unconditional love and that we love each other. So everyone in reality is your twin flame if you look at from the absolute point of view that we are all love. There's nothing else. We are all the same. And this is why my cat is called Ayo. A is the mother, the father principle. I is the mother principle. And I in Maori, which is also I'm very connected to that, is to make love. And O is the sacred the sacred circle that unifies it all. So Ayo is basically, I've written it down how they translate it is the universal code of consciousness. Ayo, yeah, the circle that unifies it all, the energy that unifies it all, us all through love. So this is why, in reality, from this point of view, everyone is your twin flame. Everyone is you. So I'm going to invite now my sister in because I'm really curious to see what she has to say. Where are you? Yes, I'm gonna call you in now. I hope that you're all having fun. Maybe you think now that I'm even more crazy than before, but I don't care. Yes, that painting. It's all started with that painting. Look. Hello, beautiful sister. How are you? So good to have you on.
Thank you. Oh, it's different. Like it's different setting. So than the one that was there before. I mean.
No, it's the same. I was just covering it.
So you have twin flames in the back.
Yes, this is the painting that where it all started for me to connect again with my twin. That I had 3 years of not being interested, not thinking, not even thinking about it, and then one day I had the urge to start to paint this. This is when I started the healing of it. And the connection again, but on this higher level with the twin ray. I feel that I'm connecting now with my twin ray, not my twin flame, with my twin ray. And this is somebody that we have a cosmic mission with, and we're gonna be starting it now. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, was it? I think it was yesterday when I saw your comment, and it was just like you blew my mind away with that. It was crazy because I think that you are talking about something that I never heard before. Like I haven't seen it. Anybody mentioning that?
Yeah, and I know.
What I'm imagining is that those people that think that twin flames are like exclusively romantic, they are going crazy. They're like, what is this now? This cannot be true, And it's just, because we are all a collective of feminines and we have these waves and we like, even though we are all, as you said, the same consciousness and everything, but you still have like groups.
Yes.
And
monads.
I think like in this moment, because that happened with me on my journey, that I just connect with people that I need at that moment because we think the same. So that is why I connected with you and your comment.
21 here on my timer while you say it. I'm just giving codes. This is a code. 21 is a twin flame code.
Yeah. So I have like a whole different story and a whole different perspective, but it's really interesting because, all of the twin flame pairs that I talked with, they all have a different story. We are all so different, and people would expect that we are all the same and following the same path, like everything's linear, because people want out of ego mind everything to be linear. Yeah. They want everything explained, they're like, oh, what do you mean switch bodies? Like, I mean, it is something that is, the idea is a little bit out there, but I think it's a very correct idea, because I can tell you like this, like I'm not gonna talk about my whole story, it will be too long, but I can tell you like this, like I was awakened by my twin flame, and I thought for sure that guy was my twin flame for 2 years, and he was that, because I'm also very powerful clairsentient, so I really feel when something is the truth. And my higher self was like, he's your twin flame. Like that's your twin flame, and you're gonna definitely be in the 3D union, you know. And what happened is that in those 2 years, you know, I was growing like exponentially. I was like really developing. He was triggering me like crazy, because we are in that environment where we see each other every day. It was crazy. I mean, the energy was crazy, everything. So I was developing, I was going forward, and I was noticing that he was not going anywhere. Like he was not expanding the way I was, even though I know the divine masculine is lagging, you know, after the divine feminine. I still thought like, this is something weird with this. And then I started thinking, as you said, like I started thinking like, he's not really treating me correctly. And I'm thinking, is this really the person you want to be with? Seriously? Like you think this person is your divine masculine? I'm like, something is fishy here. This is not how it's supposed to be. So what happened, and this happened 2 months ago, that I started like shifting from him and the idea that he's my twin flame and my feelings. And another guy comes in, similar in age, because we have an age gap. And I developed feelings. And I'm like, wait, like I had enormous feelings for this guy for 2 years. I'm like, how can I have feelings for this guy now? Something is really, really wrong. And then I could not explain this to myself. I'm like, do I have two catalysts? What is happening? Like my world is shattering because I had these theories. What is what, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, no, it's not two catalysts. I went into this tangent of a kingdom spouse. I'm like, maybe this new guy is the kingdom spouse, you know? And then the more time went by, I felt that my feelings were starting to smell like twin flame game. I'm like, wait, is this my twin flame? Is this my like real twin flame? And I was watching this movie. I don't know if you saw this movie, The Gorge. It's like this horror movie, but it mentions counterpart, and that happened like 3 days ago.
No, I don't watch movies anymore.
And I remember seeing this guy, and I thought, well, he's not bad looking. And I was surprised that I thought that. I was like, wait, like, why do I feel like there is a space here between those guys, you know, that I even think that he's attractive or something. And you come with your comment, that thread. And I'm like, that is exactly what actually happened. So those 2 years that I thought he was my twin flame, he was my twin flame.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah, I just want to really clarify that it is not necessarily that what happened to me, the story that I told you, that the soul goes out and goes into another body. This can happen. This is what happened to me. I don't know if anyone else has experienced that, but what I know is that when you change frequency, because it's all about you. There's no one else outside. Everything depends on you. When you change frequency and you change timeline, and you start to value yourself and focusing on yourself because you decide that you don't deserve this treatment, and then you change frequency, you start to embody more of who you are, which is love, and then the timelines start to shake up and you go into a new timeline where you find another person that mirrors you back what you are. But I think it is really important to mention here for everyone who's looking that we shall stop giving, or the need to give everything like an etiquette. Oh, he's my twin flame, or he's my twin ray, or he's my, I don't know, whatever, sacred union. It's not important. It's not important. It doesn't fucking matter. What matters is your inner union, to find the twin, the dark side, the other side, and make peace with that darkness inside of you, and start to make love inside of you. This is the most important thing, and this is when really the sacredness of a union can come in, where where you are accountable for everything, when you stop blaming the other, and start to see that everyone around you is a true mirror. Okay, so this is when the true sacred union can even take place. Before that, I wouldn't even give it a name, because this can keep you actually in an old timeline. If you think, oh, this is my twin flame and I need to be now waiting for him and chasing him, and being in this suffering, this will keep you in this wrong timeline. It is about deciding what do you want in your life. This is when you start to connect with your creator inside, with your divinity. Is what do you want in your life? What do you deserve in your life? What do you want to be played out in your queendom, in your kingdom? Your spouse is the one you choose to be. How do you want him to be? And this is what you will see in your reality. So I think it's very important that we stop giving those names, because it can really keep you super stuck. It happened to me. 4 years I was in this twin flame thing and reading about it, and I need to maintain here being with my twin flame until we come to you, and someday it will change. No, motherfucker, it will not change. You have the power in your hands for it to change today. And this is what we're going in when we start working with the quantum field, and when you realize that you are the one projecting everything in your reality. And very important as well, I wanted to tell you, stop as well. It just comes like this. I'm sorry if it's a little bit harsh, okay? But do you want to stay in 3D? That's a question. Do you want to stay in 3D? Because your kingdom spouse is not in 3D, baby.
No.
No. We are moving, we are evolving from 4D, where it's still time, into a space where there is no time, where everything is possible, where you remember that you're a being of love, a light, a co-creating with the divine.
You know the thing that you said, like that you feel that inner union, because that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
You know, it is from that inner union that you actually have a choice to manifest a 3D counterpart if you want.
Yeah.
Because when you reach that, you know, you're so fulfilled. Actually, you really feel that zero field connectedness with God and consciousness. You're like, I don't need anybody. Really, I don't.
Yes.
So
yes.
manifest in the end. You know what? This is really eerie, because you said that you reached that 3 days ago, and it happened to me as well. So I'm thinking there may be many feminines that are also in the same field now.
Yes.
Because I can tell you today, I felt my divine masculine, but as an ethereal body.
Yes.
Like I didn't even think about this guy, like what he's gonna do or something. I just felt him, because his signature is so like potent, and that's what you said about your divine masculine. I'm like, I don't need anything else.
Yes.
Because he is you.
Yes, and this is also your divine masculine inside. Your divine masculine inside is him, that you will eventually see outside manifested. But this, what we are feeling now, a lot of us divine feminines, because we have reached a certain frequency where we have allowed ourselves to know what we want and have to reach this level of self-love, that our divine masculine can actually now step up. And what we're feeling now is this. And by feeling it inside now, and start to having this telepathic communication, a lot of us are starting to have in this telepathic communication. We're seeing angel numbers everywhere. We feel like everything is fine. We feel at peace, even if when shit happens, we go back into our equilibrium much faster. Like this, the sense of peace that we're feeling, or the sense of feeling sure and safe, is because we are in touch with our divine masculine inside, and it will manifest sooner or later outside. And of course, many of us are feeling this now, because I know it, because I am feeling it, and it is a ripple effect. What is happening now is with the 144,000 that I speak about a lot, is it takes 144,000 of beings to get in touch with this Christ consciousness, which is the Christ Sophia consciousness, which is the balancing of the masculine and the feminine inside, to ignite a ripple effect and a huge wave that will completely awaken like the whole hologram and the planet. And it is also, the 144 is also a frequency that starts to open up all of our chakras and is connecting us with our avatar consciousness. Yeah. With our avatar consciousness. And this is what is happening. I don't know if it's already now, right now happening, because I just feel something huge is right now happening. And that when we come into this inner union and it will manifest outside, and we start to come together, all of these divine unions, we are like starting codons in the DNA of this awakening, of this domino effect of awakening, like pillars all over the world, like boom, boom, boom. And when we come together, I know that I have a mission, a specific mission, and I'm receiving more and more information every day. And we are the ones that are going to be building the new earth. And I feel that this is happening now, and I feel that this is why we're called to be speaking today, without us knowing each other, basically, but so that many of the others that are experiencing the same, which are part of our monad, of our group, don't feel so alone, and don't get stuck in this old timeline, and really open up to let go and to choose what it is that you want to believe in. Because what you believe in, you will see mirrored back and confirmed by your perceived reality. This is all a hologram. It's all about you. So what do you choose to believe? Like, what belief system serves you? If it serves you for you to believe there's only one twin flame, if you choose that, that is fine. It's not that it is wrong. It is correct for you. But just think about if this is a belief system that serves you for your highest good. There's no wrong, right or wrong. Everyone is just simply living in their universe and in their perceived reality of all the belief systems that they have and the wounds that they have. They will see it mirrored back and confirmed in their reality. This is why some people who see this, or who see me, say she's fucking crazy, like she has lost it. But this is my reality. This is what I have lived, and I cannot deny it.
Yeah, and I say that the same, because I was thinking, like, because on my Instagram account, I have my family. I don't have it like separate. So I'm like, oh, my family is going to see. But I mean, this is my reality. This is what it is. So it was just about time for me to start speaking. And then you came and kind of gave me this nudge, because I was planning to make videos and everything. But, you just need this kind of moment to like start doing something. And then you're called for, of course, because I really feel that there is an acceleration right now. There is really something huge happening, and we are all connecting right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just gonna, there is a question here on YouTube. I'm going to read it. Also, are you saying you meet the same person again in a different time, like, or you meet them as a different person? So I said before that this is my theory, okay? Take it as you want it. This is just have your own discernment. I believe that everyone is your twin flame, specifically that you are involved in more deeply, but that there is, I don't know how many, but in my case, I know of three that are certain levels of when I reach this level, then I can meet, have this union, and it depends on if I reach or we both reach this, we can go into one or another timeline. I say that it's always the same consciousness in different bodies and in different consciousness levels. Um, and in different timelines, because we are changing timeline all the time. We're traveling in time all the time, depending on every decision that you take. And I gave the example before. I realized that I was by choosing me, and choosing what I really truly want and deserve, and letting go of that person that I thought was my next twin ray, not twin flame, twin ray, and he was. By letting it go, I leveled up and I changed timeline. I changed into a better, higher timeline. So this person exists on that timeline as well. Everyone, we do exist in different timelines. So it is either in the same body with another consciousness, with a higher consciousness level, sorry, or it is another body. I don't know. I'm gonna let myself be surprised. I don't have all the answers as well. I'm also like a human living the experiences and being surprised. I'm just sharing my story and sharing what I believe to be true today. But as I said before, I'm evolving so fast now, and we're moving so fast that it is very important for you to say, okay, this is what I know today, but tomorrow it can be different. When I wake up tomorrow, I'm a different person with another consciousness level, because the energies are so high right now. So what we need to be doing right now is really letting go, shedding, and being open to just let go of everything that we think that we are, because we are expanding into so much more than we think is possible right now. And I think that we should really start to open up to see ourselves not only to be existing in this body. This is me. This is me. And I have so many visions where I wake up suddenly as her in another world. And everyone is like, welcome back. You've been gone for a long time. And I have this vision so often. And this is where he is. But it's a vision or it's a reality. I don't know. We will see. I guess we will see. We're all on this beautiful journey. Yeah, but we need to start to open up to magic, to start to really understand that embodying your multidimensional self is that you do exist in various bodies, that you do exist, your consciousness, you as your idea of you exists in various bodies, and that unity consciousness is becoming aware that you are it all, not even this, that you are what everything exists and emerges in. And sometimes I have this I come close to this, and it feels as if it's a very weird feeling, yeah, and it's scary. And this is what I feel where we are now on the verge of jumping into the void, jumping into dissolution of everything that we have known. And I know that it is there because I can feel it. I can feel it in every cell of my body. And this is unity consciousness, I feel. And this is the ultimate union. The ultimate union is acknowledging that you are Ayo, that you are pure love, source, mother, father consciousness, having a dance. Yeah. Without the body. Yeah. Pure Satchit Ananda, pure source consciousness. Okay. So this is why it's so important to let go of all those stickers and names and everything. Hopefully many twin flames will come to this understanding, because it's kind of
it is kind of sad that a person limits themselves, especially as a twin flame, to that romantic notion.
Yeah.
It is so much more than that, but it is a question how many of twin flames actually understand that.
Well, this is why I think that we need to start to speaking up.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah, even though it feels like, as you said yourself, sometimes a person talks about this and then you think, oh my God, I sound crazy. But for twin flames that are waiting for these codes, which are coming through you and through me,
yeah,
as divine feminines, it's going to start to click, because we need to get out of this ego vision, just like one track vision. And then it's going to start to click in the brain. Wait, there's something more about this. And of course, as divine feminine, because we started like rising now, because I asked myself 3 days ago, wait, do you want this? Seriously? This is not for you. Because I started connecting with Sekhmet, and Sekhmet is like, she's unapologetic. She's unbothered. She showed me like this desert, and she's like walking through the desert, and she's like, I have body chills. And she's like, she's not talking. She's the only goddess that doesn't talk. She doesn't need to talk. And she goes through the desert and she's on flame, but she walks like on a catwalk. She's like, I'm on fire, so what? She's completely unapologetic. She's like, this is what you need to be. And you don't need to explain yourself to nobody. And you don't need to wait for a guy. Come on, you are a goddess. That is what she means with that. And that is where we need to come in, because we are the pillars. We are the pillars of the
Yes, beautiful. Thank you for that. We have another question here from S. Domingo 2121 again and again the same code, which is 3-3, which is what I said before, the pyramids. Yeah, the coming in union with inside of you with your mother father principle, and then unifying it through the Holy Spirit, like building this pyramid in you. Also the infinite sign in 3 is what I see always. It's what I have tattooed here. And this is a symbol that I have integrated in Mexico. And this is the divine sacred union, is when both are aware that that it is not only about their love connection, but putting God source in between, and a bigger mission, a bigger purpose in between them.
Exactly.
So the question is, may I ask, in your opinion, how does the person's consciousness switching bodies, vessels help them to rise as they could not before in the previous body? What makes it different? Okay, again, here we are living in a hologram. Your body is a hologram. You are an AI. Yeah. I know it's hard to grasp, but it is what it is. And it is not switching bodies. It is simply when you become aware that we are much more powerful than we think we are, we can materialize anywhere in any space-time continuum, simply materialize our body somewhere else. It's changing timelines. It's very hard to explain it for the human brain, but it's switching timelines. When you switch timeline, it's not that you, like, somebody comes and says, hey, you are going to switch timelines now. Be prepared, step over the timeline. It's not like that. It's suddenly your internal change. And through your internal change, you start to see and perceive and project the reality differently. Okay, so it's all about you. So you change the body of this person because you change the frequency, and then you magnify, and it is reflected to you back in a person that has a different consciousness, that has a different body, because you changed something inside of you. But it is still the same person in another timeline. But you are not the same person as yesterday. So you are also another person tomorrow's. But it's still your blueprint. Let's talk about consciousness blueprints. Yes, fluid. similar fluid consciousness. This is the best way that I can explain it. Um, because I don't know if you have noticed that somehow all of your boyfriends or girlfriends always had similar things in common. Have you noticed it?
Mm. Mm.
At least mine, they were all at some point in jail. They were all uh, DJs or wanting to be DJ. They were all, okay, I'm not going to be mean. I'm not going to say it. I really want to say it. I'm not. No. But they had a lot of things in common. Yeah. A lot of things in common. It's because it's the same person in different timelines, in different consciousness levels.
Yeah.
And it can also, sometimes you can go up on a higher timeline and then go even back to a lower frequency timeline because there's something that you need to solve there. I, for example, needed to have my daughter needed to be born. And as the one that originally was the plan for it to be born with didn't get it, I needed to go to another timeline, a lower timeline, to find the specific DNA that my daughter needed to be able to be born for the portal to open. So I had her in this lower frequency timeline. I also needed to learn a lot there of self-love. I had her with that person, and then when I became pregnant, that was it. Never saw him again, because that's the only thing that I needed to happen.
Yeah.
That's it. And then again, but if I would have stuck and hold on to him, oh no, I want to stay with you, and then I would have stayed in that low timeline. I would have stuck in a loop.
I had similar experiences where people were just there for that lesson. After the lesson was done, it was just clean cut. And it was like, wait, what just happened? Because I really felt for that person. I felt love and everything was okay. What was going on? How can it be so clean cut? But now, as being on this journey, I understand what it actually is. It's like everything, it's leading you for this really high purpose and high timeline. It's just your path. And it's just showing how God really has all the power. I mean, it can even put this romantic love in your heart and just can take it away. If you're on this path, it really works that way.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you for this beautiful energy. I think that we're long enough. We're already speaking 1 hour. Do you have anything else that you want to share? Yes, 1 hour already.
Yeah, time goes fast. No, not at this time. No, but it was really, really, really nice. And thank you for existing. Like, you really blew my mind with that comment. Really, like, I think it's really important that it's just, the people talk about it, because it's completely new, like, view on twin flames, which I know that it's completely correct. And I really hope that people like connect to it and just begin to live it.
Thank you so much for acknowledging it, for seeing me. That means that you are also seeing you, and I love you. It was really nice, and you gave me the input to finally speak out and talk about it. I've never shared it, and I have so much to share. So thank you for that.
You should clear everything. Don't be scared at all, because it's time now. It's definitely the time, and you are needed. Absolutely.
Thank you so much, sister. I love you. Mwah. Thank you. Bye-bye, sweetie. And to everyone who joined, thank you so much for being here. If you still have a question, or if you want me to talk again about it, or just send in your questions. Maybe I will do that again sometime. And it was beautiful feeling you all. Oh my God, I feel liberated. Liberated. Yeah. I love you all in me. And Have a beautiful, beautiful night. Mwah. Bye-bye. So, Jason, I don't know if you're still here. Do you still want the app? Oh my God, I'm sweating. Well, because I was really nervous. I was really nervous. I'm going to do an activation. Not today. Today was enough for me. It was really huge for me to be sharing all of this. And yeah, I need a break. I need a break. But thank you for being here. I really appreciate your presence. And I'm going to leave it here for you to listen to it again if you want. And sending you all my love. Bye, sweetie. Mwah. Oh, have you listened to everything? I love you too. I hope you have listened. Otherwise, listen to it later. Bye, bye. How do I stop it? How do I stop this? Bye, bye.